bracket, and we're getting into the depths of it as we go into Grayson versus Atomic.
Rob
Battle
Ditto
of the computers, Android versus iPhone.
Welcome to DFW.
It'll finally be answered.
Which one's the iPhone? I assume Grayson, right? It's more iPhone colored.
Grayson, I think Grayson is the iPhone.
Yeah. I would say by play style too. I would say
Yeah,
by
I
play
think
style,
so.
right?
I
No,
think
just
so.
like very,
Yeah.
very clinical, very.
You're right. You're right.
You know what to expect out of every iteration, you know. But every iteration, it does iterate.
It does do the iteration. That
So
is
yeah,
true.
Atomic. In case you're unfamiliar, Atomic with the blue Rob, Grayson with the Famicom colored Rob, I believe. And that is normal fare for both of these two. But yeah, I mean, Grayson, you know, we know him as the, you know, kind of all-arounder. Rob definitely has a very impressive offense at times. And Atomic, lately he's established himself as a very good, like, defensive Rob player.
Yeah, I would say his neutral is definitely the forefront of his game plan, where Grayson's, I would believe, is the punish.
But Atomic getting the first lethal punish with that forward air, taking Grayson off the side blast. So would not be surprised to see a ton of PS2. And again, there it is. We've seen that Atomic hasn't had the craziest combos on deck with Rob, which we know this character can do.
Going for the up throw. Past about, I think, 40-ish. You know, you start not getting follow-ups. Follow-up, though, the side to be always so consistent. So many multi-hits. Grayson could not get away.
Oh, mine! Atomic says belongs to me now. Mine. Still sitting on that first stock, 180. Grayson not able to find the decisive blow. Up air will finally do it with Atomic running out of fuel, but he brushes that hair out of his face and says, okay, let's go next. Up a full stock. I don't mind. I'll take you off stage again.
Ooh. Grayson trying to fight his way through. Gonna have to pay that heavy tax. On stage, but advantage not quite his. Atomic has been relentless with this stock lead.
I love that both of them just toss the gyros, and Atomic's like, well, you know what? I want to maintain the gyro. But smart bet Grayson to not just go, well, I'm going to take mine back, right? He goes, well, Atomic's going to run into the corner to grab his, so I'm going to go ahead and grab stage control, potentially even take the stock. He goes up there with that Tokyo Drift, but not able to get anything big off of it. Atomic maintaining that lead.
We're going to see a lot of those interactions where each player is counting on those. Oh, I thought the jab lock. How did that not jab lock?
Rob down tilt is a fickle creature.
Yeah, it has to be, man. We're going to see a lot of those interactions where it comes right down to the player reads. Like you said, saw Atomic go to the corner for the gyro. Catch Grayson jumping. We're going to see a lot of those type of punishes through this set.
Well, and that's just how Dittos go off into That was like trying to go down a hallway in the Midwest.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad there. Oh, sorry. 171 on Atomic, though. Again, Grayson, both of these stocks, difficulty getting them closed out in reasonable fashion. And Atomic, with all this rage, might be able to take this one down soon. Back channeling the spirit of Cosma, the other DFW Rob you may have heard of. Now Atomic giving him a little bit of presence here with that read with the up smash. And like you said, it's a ditto. Sometimes it's going to come down to those big reads.
Right. Because you can't force a character weakness out that much, especially not in this ditto, right? They both fly. They both have the same combos on each other, right? Big body. So you're going to get max punish. You know, so we're going to see all the same things except those small player interactions. Maybe, well, you're always going to see Nair.
I mean, sometimes it does come down to that. Look, one of them picked their Nair first.
Right. Yeah, it's going to come down to whether that Nair was defensive retreating. Was it an aggressive one? Did I use it for an edge guard? Am I panicking in this situation? Those are the interactions we're going to come down to as this set progresses.
Intent, you're hitting on a really key point, especially if Dittos, is that intent is so important. Whereas, you know, in other matchups you can go, well, okay, I know that this is a move that this other character has difficulty dealing with, so I'm going to throw it out a lot. But obviously, it gets a little diluted when both players can do that to each other, and it's almost like there's kind of an unspoken rule that, like, if there is something that's really difficult for each other to deal with, you kind of don't lean on it too heavily, right? And the intent becomes so important that you need to be like, I am doing this Nair because I want to do X. I'm doing this up air because I want to do Y.
Right. You already know I have this tool in my game plan because I have to think about it in your game plan. Therefore, this tool may not even be used for its intended purpose.
Yeah.
It might be masking every other option I now have to think about since we're using the same game plan.
Ooh.
Big back air from Atomic. Like I said earlier, I think he's the more neutral-focused Rob in this Ditto. So retreating back air, the space control with the aerials, a lot of those kills gonna come from Atomic.
Hey, you know what? And he's had the better reads so far in this set as well. Like, Grayson has gone off stage for a few of these preemptive forward airs, going up deep against Atomic, right? But not able to find big connections and just has not been able to stay in the lead. And I think particularly because he's not getting those reads, that's why Atomic has lived to 170 plus on literally every single stock so far.
That can be kind of a byproduct of being a more neutral-focused player. Sometimes you will be able to read your opponent or read what your opponent's intent is and either punish or avoid it entirely. Grayson, you know, the byproduct of being very combo-oriented, punish-oriented, is that you can end stocks earlier, but you still have to kind of get that hit. Pros and cons to both.
It's just a matter of where you're more comfortable playing. And I mean, so far, I mean, yeah, Atomic, I think most of the night has not had the best combo game, but these last couple of sets, it's really stepped up. And, you know, Grayson trying to match that. But again, it can be really hard to get your key starters as Rob, because I think a lot of it comes down to locking down your opponent's positioning, which is going to come down to neutral in a matchup like this because Rob can be so fluid.
Exactly. This is
Fireball.
Fluid and sometimes very static too, you know? He's got the opportunities to pick whatever he wants. Up smash is a great choice to pick in most situations. Grayson now first lead of the game. Or I'm sorry, the set. Well, the game, the set, whatever.
The game, the set, both are true. I would not fault you for that, but yeah, definitely a bit more pertinent to point out that, yeah, Atomic's been the one in the lead. Got a glancing blow on that up air to try to set up something, but with no rage. That up smash from Atomic not going to be enough to do it, so Grayson getting to hang on, and a bit of a reversal of fortunes from the last couple of stocks we've seen. Now it's Grayson holding on for a while.
This is where Grayson shines. Now he can play a little bit of the neutral, but his punish game is so nice that when he gets that win, you're really going to feel that tax. You know, he's going to hit you with that rent.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's coming for that mortgage. Checks,
give me the money.
balance, savings accounts, 401k. I want it all. I'm coming for your ducats. That's what he does.
Is he my landlord?
Yeah. This is Grayson land.
They want it all.
This is land of the Robs, and Grayson is the Lord.
You know, I did the math, by the way. Not to get on too much of a rant here, but I did the math, and I figured out that just through sort of rent monthly expenses alone on average between like all the different you know, units in my apartment, they make $1.1 million a month on income from that. I can't imagine that it costs $1.1 million a month to upkeep the apartments and pay it.
Oh, you're spitting to somebody.
I can't imagine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Twitch is gonna mute this stream real fast.
Is Twitch owned by Valiant Residential? I'm putting you on blast.
They're gonna fight you. We gonna find.
You know what they did? They did give me a not too bad rate on my renewal, so that's fine. So I'm not gonna get too mad about it. But Grayson might not be happy with another big read on that back air from Atomic. You know, I know that Neighbor would be unhappy to see a third straight game on PS2, but that first stock went by pretty quick.
PS2 makes the best games, man. Sometimes.
Sly Cooper.
Hey, you know what?
Twisted Metal?
Come on, you are spitting. Metal Gear Solid.
Oh,
Ratchet
Metal Gear
Clank,
Solid 2?
Jack and Daxter.
Metal Gear Solid 3?
Metal Gear Solid 3 is
such a good game. Nothing but respect for that, but hey, that game's all about taking down some big robots. Grayson! He's trying to style on the Shagahod.
He waited. He had it. He could have done it.
Even just a grab or something.
At least the up smash. It just seemed like that was the plan.
He's been going for a lot of those drag downs too, but missing that one punish, starting at 103 for that.
Man, this is a bleak outlook right now. You know, not super bleak, but it's bleak.
It's. I would say it's bleak. It's bleak. It's pretty bleak.
It's
he was dead.
It's sour. The milk is sour.
His outlook is bleak.
The stock is gone.
Rob, getting the kills. Turning into hazmat all of a sudden.
Right.
Armbar gonna take it though. What's up, Twitch chat?
I'm Hazardous Matthew.
Rob, a good man. Anyways, we'll be seeing you.
You know, the thing about Ken.
I know he's not on the screen right now, but bear with me, folks.
The Belmonts, if the Belmonts were playing this matchup, we love you, Haz.
Love Haz.
Ooh, looking for the tech chase. Had the right idea, but the distance was not there. Grayson trying to fight back for this stock. At 100, it's still very possible for him to get back and win the game. But versus Atomic, that requires a lot more concentration and discipline than you may initially be willing to muster.
I mean, we always say where there's a Rob, there's a way, but it's not like stocks have been particularly explosive, bar the one that opened up this game 3.
Right.
Most of them have taken a while, and it's been on single reads at key moments just like that, and Atomic has just been a slight step ahead of Grayson most of the way.
Well, but that is his game plan. You know, if we're still following the narrative of Atomic being the more neutral-focused Rob, which I believe is correct, but everybody has their own opinions, then those opportunities are going to come a lot more fluently, you know, or not fluently, I'm sorry, frequently. Well, fluently and frequently. You know, he's going to feel more confident on going for a read because he might have seen it happen over and over again. Now, Grayson is very susceptible to this because now he's down in sets, so he feels pressure to approach, feels pressure to make something happen, and if he doesn't get that happen in the beginning of the game, then it's his responsibility to try and get something happening. And all of that plays into Atomic's game plan. What is it Grayson doing, and how can I respond to it?
The adaptability is so important, particularly in a Ditto where you know that both players have deep knowledge of this character. You're not going to catch each other off guard with anything necessarily unless you go for a big read, right? Like we saw Atomic get at the beginning of that game 3. But the adaptability is very important, and in particular, you know, key down to that is finding those moments where you feel like you're just going to be able to react to a situation better than your opponent is going to be able to. Atomic has won a lot of those.
Yeah, he's definitely forced them as the match progresses. You know, when we get from go, he's already putting options out and observing your reaction. And then he's slightly changing small things about those to make you uncomfortable until you can finally get the kill. Grayson has got to find the crack in the defense, you know, the one thing that he can exploit. Because as soon as he gets Atomic off of his momentum, that's when Grayson's momentum becomes the clear force. You know, the giant Super Saiyan in the room, if you will. It's something you can't stop, you know? But he has to get there first. He has to get angry. He has to watch Krillin die before the hair turns yellow.
I just accidentally made a Krillin noise because that was disgusting. I
There
can't believe he just did that. Goku! Gohan, no! I'm gonna throw a rock at you now.
You wouldn't really do that, you big meanie. Would you?
That really hurt, Krillin!
Yeah, there it is. Ow, Krillin!
Ah! By the way, Grayson at 178%. We talked about this at the beginning of the set, that he was having a really hard time closing out those Atomic stocks. I think a lot of these games have been really down to who is not finishing their plate, right? Who is not getting to dessert first.
Grayson's got an opportunity to get the fork and knife ready.
We're not talking no battle royale either.
No.
Fell out of that up tilt twice, by the way. That's
that's bad luck or something.
Against Rob? Famous for being big?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's gotta be, that's cursed.
You did something to make that happen.
Yeah, that's divine intervention.
Gyro setting it up at the ledge. Grayson not able to find a big confirm. This game already back to even as I say it. Atomic, another back air, calling out Grayson on these jumping positions constantly. Finally found the big conversion he needed, and Atomic has booked his ticket to Grand Finals.
He knew. He knew the whole entire time. From back air, he knew. He didn't even do jump back air. He did up B hover back air, right? Because he had more options. He could choose to react if it was different. But he knew. And he said the boom. And then finally showing that not only is Atomic great at neutral, but he does have the combos in the back pocket in very clutch situations. Maybe he just needed a little bit warm up. A dub's a dub. He hit it either way. So Grayson falling to Atomic, that's losers, right?
That was winners finals. That was winners finals. Atomic is in.
Oh, you're right, because he beat Shigura.
He beat Shigura.
And then he beat.
Grayson beat AZ?
Yes.
I think.
That's how it went. So, yeah, Atomic sitting in Grands. Can't tell you I'm surprised. He has been very consistent lately. I'm surprised by the bracket that he's here, but by performance, definitely expect Atomic to be in this Grands for sure. Right. But now we get into the spicy parts of the bracket. You got an update for us, big homie? Oh, AZ. Oh, that's Yuka.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness. Who can see that in
Wolf
the background?
Snake. Oh, he's going to zoom the camera in.
Are we going to, can we gorilla